Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Billy Newman Photo Podcast. My name is Billy Newman. I'm here with Marina Hansen. How you doing, Marina?
Hey, Billy, I'm doing well.
Thanks so much for recording some podcasts with me again. I dig doing it, hanging out in the studio. We got a couple of things to go over. I think this is our 75th episode.
Hey, congratulations. That's
to
cool.
whatever that means. Yeah, they're silly, but it's fun. It's fun to hanging out and having this little stuff going and putting more of them up on my site to whatever end it comes to. But it snowed last week, right?
Right, yeah.
And then it's been really cold for the last week. So we had still, I think, like a lot of snow on the ground. So we haven't really been like getting out into a ton of places. And then it snowed again in Portland, which kind of dug into a few of our plans of heading up to Portland and doing some stuff that probably would have involved taking some photos. But I think they got like a foot up there.
Yeah, there was a ton of snow up there.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, that's like more snow than I think I've heard of them getting in a long time. Like really,
Yeah.
it's probably the most I think I remember in my lifetime, even outside of Snowpocalypse.
Yeah,
that
I
happened
don't
2
think
years
that
ago.
was this much even.
Yeah, I don't remember really too many times where there was huge snowstorms that came through. I think there was one in like 2008 that was pretty good, but that was still only a handful. It was like 6 or 7 inches or something. It was probably frozen for the better part of a week, and I think we had those 2 good storms in 2014. But yeah, 2016 we got a good bit of snow coming through this part of Oregon, so it's been cool. But we've been kind of stuck and not really able to go out to a few of the things we had sort of planned on doing. But we've got a couple quick things to talk about for some photos that have been going out. I've been shooting more film last couple of days. I put film in the F4. You still have film in the Yen 80?
No, I think I actually finished the last roll that I had in it. I have 2 new rolls, but I don't think I've loaded it up yet.
That's cool. We should.
Did you want to shoot a roll through it?
Oh, I would like to.
You should. It's been a while since you've used that camera.
I do like that camera. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. Actually, maybe I should. I don't know if you want to, but yeah, I think I should. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I do. But if you have a roll to put in there,
I would do
you
it
should.
quick
You should take
for
it
you.
now.
Yeah, I would do
shoot.
it. I would do it for like a week or something like that.
Yeah,
But
that'd be cool. You should.
I do really like that camera. It'd be fun to.
It's a
be fun to
really
play
nice
around.
one. I really like the photos it gets.
You should play with my F4.
Oh,
for
that'd
a
be
week.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really haven't. I don't think I've shot with that camera.
Oh, you
I think I've
definitely
taken a couple pictures on your rolls.
You
but
should play
I don't
with
think
it,
I've
or
put the roll through
You
myself.
should do some of the like fun creative things. It's kind of fun just so you can go
Oh
and walk
yeah,
and
I want to do like some of the double exposure
Yeah.
stuff that you can do with it. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
do a little double exposure, some trees and some people, or whatever you want to do. It's just kind of fun to kind of goof around with once or twice.
Yeah, this is different than your photos that you're going to talk about in just a minute. But I was going through your Lightroom, trying
yeah.
to pull out some of the pictures that I'd taken
Sure.
on your camera. And I saw some of the old film photos, and there were some cool double exposures in there. There's this cool
Cool.
one that you took when we were on a hike, I think around Spencer's Butte.
Yeah.
There was like a cool flower exposure, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
like me
You-
on the
little
trail, and
Marina.
it looks cool. Yeah, big flower.
It came out a little different than I thought it would, but it was cool. I like that one. I think
kinda cool.
there's some fun ways you can put it together. I like what you can get, like textures of trees and stuff, or leaves
Oh
and
yeah,
ferns on people's faces
Yeah.
or skin or something. It's fun.
There was a really cool one that you took a while ago that was like, I think it was like tree exposure and a water exposure.
Oh, I like
looked
that
really
one a
cool.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. Yeah, I'd love to do. I'd love to use your camera. I'd love to
Ooh.
shoot a roll through it. That'd be cool. I want to mess around with the double exposure stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be kind
fun.
of fun to just do a roll that was that, and just like focus on trying to do a thing with that.
I'd like to do
kinda
that.
neat.
Yeah. I'd like to try a couple interesting ideas out. I have some interesting ideas, like trying to like take an exposure of like trees, or like leaves, or some kind of thing like that, and then put it onto skin, or put
That'd
it
be
onto
really
buildings or
cool.
something. I think it'd be kind of interesting
Yeah.
to try. Yeah. It'd be real
Ooh,
slow.
Yeah, I have a couple of ideas. Yeah, we should mess around with that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. It'd be like a 1 picture a day kind of thing. You know,
Yeah,
like,
that's
go
the
get
thing.
that,
Because
go get
yeah,
this.
I was gonna say that's a cool but difficult project to do, because you have to be at the 2 different photos for the one photo.
That's the tough thing about that I've noticed about these double exposures, is that you have to set them up kind of over a long time, and you
Yeah.
can't do multiples at the same time, really, unless you have
Right.
both, all the
If you had-
elements available to you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's interesting that I remember that picture, the water and the trees. I mean, you can do a few things like that, kind of move through stuff kind of quickly, but yeah, there's a big delay of setting up the 2 different things and stacking them in the order of exposure that works the best way.
Oh right.
You're kind of limited down this path of, I think it's darker exposures to lighter exposures. Would sort of be
Sure.
how it is. So the lightest exposure I think blows out everything that was darker than it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to experiment a bit and see how different things come together.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We should experiment with it.
I think it'd be
Put
pretty fun.
some test rolls through.
Yeah,
Do some cool
we
stuff.
haven't got to do enough of that. It'd be fun, but it was cool to yeah, threw some film in the F4 after I finished that last roll, which you talked about scanning. Should go up in a few weeks here. But I put a new roll in, and it was the night that we had the full moon.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was driving home, and we were fortunate we had like a clear night, and so I drove until there was that Hayworth saddle, the saddle on the Coburg Ridge, and so I drove until the full moon was rising just up in the middle of the saddle, and I pulled over into some farmland out there in the north end of Eugene when you're up into the Willamette Valley in that kind of flat country land out there that you can drive through.
Hmm.
And so I took the film camera and I shot a few photos of it, but I think it'll be interesting to see how they come out. But yeah, it was kind of cool to go out to that spot right as the moon was rising up in between the saddle of the mountain and get a photo of it. It was fun. It's tough to judge where the moon's going to be though, because it takes such a long time for it to match up with your landscape and where
Oh
it is,
sure.
and it moves around pretty quick on you too. Whether you go, closer or further away from it, depending on what objects you're trying to judge it from. But it was cool. I got a couple of photos from that on the film camera because it's been so cold that my camera battery on the D3 just like died. It was,
Oh. Oh no.
I'm out of power. I
I
got too cold.
remember that happening to my camera once when we were doing an
Yeah.
Eastern Oregon trip. It's
Yeah.
it's not funny, but
Oh, I know,
it's funny how
yeah,
that happens.
I know.
It just gets drained.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I thought to me, I was like, this isn't even gonna work.
Oh.
It was okay. So
Shoot, that's cool. You got a film photo though. I'm excited to see those of the moon and the ridge.
it might just be a bunch of little squiggles, too zoomed in, too slow of a shutter, or something. I don't
It's
know.
hard.
Whatever it might be.
It can be hard with that lens.
Yeah, a little 100 speed film in there, taking pictures at night. I don't know I don't know what I was thinking, but it might work out all right. But we got a couple quick photos to talk about that went up the other day. One of them is I think one of my favorite photos, and probably one of the ones that I've used the least, that I really want to pull out and make like a big print of or something. And it's that photo from the Wallowa Mountains from that trip that we did in July of 2013. I remember we wrapped up the 4th of July. We spent about a week kind of getting some stuff prepped. And then I remember you and I took off in the Forerunner for the first time. And we drove out to the Wallowa Mountains,
Yeah.
did that backpacking trip up to Ice Lake. And I had the film camera there, the FG20, just a little manual focus film camera. And I remember I took it out on the tripod, set it up on the lake. And I think I took maybe one or two photos from that. That seems so silly now. I probably would have done like a lot more, given the time that it is now. But I remember that this one came out so well that I was pretty happy with it. So I was pumped to keep it. And I think this is a pretty low resolution version of the image. Of course, like because it came from the original scan that was done of the film
Mhm.
when it was made, just from the CD. So what I want to do is I want to find it.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was saying. Is it's one of my favorites. It's probably the least used, and some of that was been because the resolution is kind of low, so you can't really
Sure.
make huge prints of them in that way. And at the time, I just thought, well, that's just how it is. And the fortunate thing is now we can go back, like we always talk about. I can rescan that film negative if I find it in this big binder here. But if I find this frame, I want to scan it and then make like a big print of it. Maybe this one for like a
Yeah.
metal print or something like that.
I was gonna say this would be a really cool one for another one of the metallic prints.
I liked how this one came out. It was fun. I had
water
taken a
looks-
picture like it before, and this one came out I think much better. I just like the way that film looks and the color of
Yeah.
the sky and stuff looks. It just looks a lot more natural. But you're gonna say the water?
I was gonna say the water looks so glassy and sharp.
It looks
It's
really
really
pretty.
a really nice one.
I think by this time I now had finally got a tripod. The first trip I had made, I didn't own a tripod, so I didn't get to use it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was way back.
Yeah, this looks great. This is really sharp.
I really like this one, so I was happy to find that one. I wanna, yeah, again, kind of rebuild it or kind of make it from the beginning and make a big metallic print. I think that'd be a really pretty giant metallic print
I
from
think
a film
so.
photo. That'd be cool. So I posted a couple other film photos that I'd made in the past. One fun one of like a green little springtime flower bed. The other one of a cool telephoto lens on your Pentax film camera when we were out on Warner Rim on this lake bed taking photos.
Yeah, I
Remember that.
remember that day.
Yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, I dug picking that one up. It was cool going out there. I really liked that section or that time when we were out. That was springtime. It was so cold,
Yeah.
but it was really good to be out there.
Yeah, it's a nice time of year to be out there. It's cool. It's a
Yeah.
fun time to be out and camping.
Yeah, it was so cool. I had a bunch of fun being out there. And I want to go back out again this year, maybe early May or end of May. We did it end of May this last year where we got a bunch of good photos. This was a few years ago. This was like 2014. I think that was the spring of 2014. Yeah, I thought that was really fun. I liked the photos that you got from. Oh, I remember your camera had like sort of expired film in it.
It did. I got some cool photos.
Yeah.
And I got some that were a little strange.
Oh. Shoot.
And then also some cool digital photos.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember we got a few digital photos.
Mostly that.
It was fun. I had a good time though going out there. But yeah, I thought that was a cool one to put up. I always liked how that setup looked on the tripod there.
Yeah, it looks cool. I like that telephoto on there.
Yeah, it looked cool. I have a few others, I think, of that. Maybe it was another camera you had, but I think it was that one out in the Alvord. I think I have like another photo of it being used too.
Oh, yeah. I bet you would.
Yeah, it was fun. I want to use a few of these again. Maybe not this Pentax one, but I know there's that other one with the those other lenses that we had found with the smaller screw mount lenses.
Yeah.
I'd like to try
the screw mount ones would be cool to do some photos with.
Yeah, I just want to mess around with it. I've never really used it before, but I want to try and mess around with that. This is just a little camera kit.
Yeah.
Go out and shoot a couple photos with it, see if it still looks really clear, or, if the optics look good on it. But I think it's a fun camera. It's got some fun history. It's kind of a light piece too, but it would be kind of a fun little portable portrait camera, something like that, or a little shooter.
Yeah, that'd be cute. It has that nice 50 millimeter on it, I think.
That 50 millimeter looks really good. There's like 105 millimeter, 130 millimeter, something like that. That's just this nice, tiny little. Nice one. It looks like a little, like the size of like a little monoscope. You know those little cheap ones. Like if you get
it does look like that. Yeah, it's very small.
Yeah, it's cool, but it just fits right on there on top of the screw mount, and it looks like it'd be a really pretty lens to use. But I think it'd be fun.
I think that'd be cool.
And I think there's like another one or two that floated around in that box. But yeah, I want to try and make a cute, kind of nice, clean, classic kit for a camera.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
As much as we have just a bunch of those already floating around the house, but since it's just sitting on the shelf over there, we should use that little film camera again.
Yeah, I wanted to have it set up. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool too. But I think that's most of the stuff that we have going around. I got a ton of photos edited, and they're stacked up and they're ready to go out. So that'll be cool. We got a bunch of stuff to go out through the rest of January and February. I want to work on this ebook. Well, we should work together on it. We should try and make it like the print book and the ebook.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
But I just want to get that done, or I want to get
I
want to get the print book of all of our photos done. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like that a lot. I'd really like to do it.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I finally got my like iTunes Connect iBooks iBooks library account set up. Nice. So we could put some books up. Whoa. It'll be pretty fun. But we should make some photo books. It'll be really cool. We have so many photos to put up. It'd be good for us to keyword them all, or, like write up a little bit and have some stuff that's searchable. It'd be fun.
That would be cool.
Thanks for working on all these little projects with me.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that's everything. Do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it. I think you covered it.
Thanks for covering a bunch of stuff that we've been trying to put up. Some little photos that we've had taken in the past. Check out BillyNewmanPhoto.com. You can go there, see some podcasts that we've done in the past. Check out the previous 75 episodes of this podcast. Man, you'll be really excited. Go way back. Check out OSU in Review. I saw that yesterday. It was like the first one was recorded in like 2008.
Oh, wow.
Like January of 2008. So it was almost 2007. That was it was my freshman year of college. Try to be a little podcaster.
That's cute.
I sounded so silly. I still sound pretty silly doing these. But thanks for building up a little home studio, doing stuff.
Yeah, I really like using our studio.
It's fun. Go to BillyNewmanPhoto.com. Go to Instagram.com/Billy Newman. Check it out. What's your Instagram? Marina Rosales?
Yes.
Check out Marina Rosales on Instagram. And thanks so much, Marina, for doing a little podcast with me.
Thanks, Billy.
Thanks. So on behalf of Marina Hansen, my name is Billy Newman, and thank you very much for listening to this episode of the Billy Newman Photo Podcast.